So the five elements are so interconnected, so interdependent. The balance, the ecosystem is just the most fascinating thing to see, how one thing depends on the other for the whole universe to function in a beautiful manner. And so here we have interdependent, dependent on another cause. Is there another cause which is independent? Or is everything dependent on everything else? Yes, there is an independent cause of the creation. Maya is a dependent cause called material cause. There is a third element, constituent of this triad, and the third element is called Uttama Purushaha. Uttamaha Purushaha. And so, in the same 15th chapter, which very succinctly in the Gita describes this whole beautiful creation and the individual and the Lord, he says, Uttama Purushastvanyaha Paramatmetyudahritaha Yo Lokatrayamavishya Bibhartyavyaya Ishvaraha. This Uttama Purusha is the third Purusha. So remember, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha and Uttama Purusha. So Uttama Purusha is the third reality which sustains Kshara and Akshara Purusha. It's because of this third component that energy becomes matter, matter becomes energy, to become matter, to become energy, and this cycle of modifications continue, because of which reality? That reality is different from these two. It is higher than these two. It's called Uttamaha. It is an exalted reality and it is independent of this process. What is the reality called? Paramatma Tyudahritaha. It's called Paramatma. The third reality is called the infinite being, the Lord, God, Ishvara. And it is that being that sustains, Bibharti. It sustains Kshara and Akshara process. And so when you say it is different, how does it sustain? What is its nature? Is it also made of the same five elements as the Akshara Purusha Maya? No. This one is of the nature of pure consciousness. This third cause is the original consciousness. We call it original, pure, raw. Don't know if we can call it raw. The original consciousness, pure light, pure infinite consciousness. In its presence, this matter goes through the modification in the matrix of time and space. And so he says, so the texts say very beautifully, it is this consciousness which makes this happen. How? Does this consciousness sit in the clouds and make the universe function elsewhere? No. This consciousness is integral to its creation. There is no creation minus consciousness. It pervades antar bahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. Very clearly it is said. It is inside, it is outside, this pervading all that exists. Narayana, the infinite consciousness, abides. So there are two qualities to this Uttama Purusha. What are the two qualities? It is transcendent, all right, because it's not made of the 5 elements which are modifying all the time. It transcends that, it is exalted, it is of a higher reality. But it doesn't live away from the world. It is transcendent and it is immanent. It's transcendent and yet it is immanent. It remaining in the world, it transcends the world. That's it. Remaining in the world, it transcends the world. And so, this is really the nature. Its nature is, it is free from all that it sustains. And so here we are looking at a very, very important point, and that is that this infinite light, when we say, it has been described by the Upanishads as being free of the matrix of time and space. That means anything within time and space comes into being, exists and dissolves or resolves. That which is free from time and space, it is in its presence that time comes into being. Time exists and it resolves. And everything else that exists within time comes and goes also. And that is why Adi Shankara elsewhere, he says, Asti bhati priyam rupam namachet amsha panchakam Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam Jagat Rupam Tato Dvayam. This whole universe has 5 components. Asti Bhati Priyam. It is, it shines and is infinite, all pervading. Priyam. Priyam is all pervasive, infinite. Rupam Nama, a form and a name. Anything you see, any object, any single object you take has the 5 elements to it. If I take this, what is this? This is a pen. The pen is it not? Yeah, of course it is. The pen is. Whether the pen is, the tree is, the phone is, the stand is, the curtain is, the ceiling is, the light is, the tree is, the earth is, the trunk is, the animal is, the country is, the state is, the ocean is, the stars is, the sun is, the moon is, the day is, the night is. Anything you take, it is. You take the isness. Is. Whatever you cognize, it is. Oh, Ammaji, there is also an absence. Is not is also there, no? Like this is not a watch, it is not a tree, it is not a light. So there is something called an absence, isn't it? Yes, but the absent is not absent. Absence also is. Presence is, absence is. All that is, really speaking, is an unqualified existence. Asti, that we call as Asti. Unqualified existence is called Asti. That unqualified asti is now qualified by pen is. Now pen is gone. Now it's qualified by my finger. Finger is. Finger gone. Glasses is. Glass is gone. Something else is. What qualifies existence? Nama, Rupa. A name and a form qualifies existence. You take that Nama Rupa away, what is? Existence alone is. Unqualified existence is. How do you say it is? How do you say pen is? How do you know pen is? I know that pen is because I cognize the pen. That means for every object of cognition, you need a cognizer. A cognizer must not be matter, it must be a conscious being. This pen doesn't recognize this pen, does it? No. Why? Well, if this pen was a conscious being, it would have recognized, hey, look, you are my grandson, it would have said. But there is no reflecting consciousness. Who recognizes that this grandson pen exists? Who? Not matter cannot recognize. Only a conscious being can recognize. That means wherever there is a cognition of objects in this world, wherever there is a cognition of objective universe, there is a subject that is the conscious being behind every cognition. That means there is no object one can cognize without a subject. And this subject, what is this nature of this subject? He is also an unqualified chit. Unqualified chit. Simple chit. It gets qualified by consciousness of me, of Ammaji, or consciousness of a cat. You know, the same pen is seen by the cat also, or by the bird, or by the vulture. All see, wherever there is a cognition, there is a cognition by the consciousness of matter. And the consciousness is unqualified. Sometimes seen through the body of the cat, seen through the body of the human, but in a sense it is unqualified consciousness. So we have unqualified Sat, unqualified Chit, and unqualified Sat and Chit is of the nature of the infinite. It is limitless because it is not qualified by a name or a form. It is unqualified, and hence it is Ananda or Ananta. Ananda in the Upanishads is also said to be Ananta Rupa. Ananta means infinite. Sat and Chit is the infinite. It is not contained by time or space. What time and space can contain is only matter. Time and space cannot contain consciousness. That is why it is Uttamaha, Anyaha. It is that Bibharti, Ishvaraha, it is Bhagavan, it is the Lord, the Divine, the Infinite, that sustains the world of matter. What is the world of matter? Well, the world of matter, including this body, mind, sense complex, is seen as a effect or is in its causal state. Means now seen as differentiated. When the whole creation of name and forms collapse, it will collapse into an undifferentiated causal state. That causal state is called Maya. When it is differentiated, we call it Mitya. Referring to the ontological status of the world, we call it Mitya. The ontological status of the world is that it is experientially there, but ontologically not really there. What is really there? What is really there is that which really exists in past, present or future. Time cannot lock it. It transcends time. That which transcends time and space alone really exists independently. Anything which does not transcend time and space, anything which is conditioned by time and space, anything which is subject to time and space is limited by time and space, and that is called the lower cause, apara prakriti. In the 7th chapter of the Gita, it's called apara prakriti, and this Uttama Purusha is called para prakriti in the 7th chapter of the Gita. Different names. Apara prakriti is Maya, dependent cause. Para prakriti is Brahman or independent cause, Satchidananda. In this chapter, it is said Akshara Purusha is Maya Prakriti or Apara Prakriti, and Uttama Purusha is Para Prakriti. And so we are seeing here this consciousness, Sat Asti Bhati Priyam, that which is infinite is Priyam, loved by all, wanted by all. And that is what is the transcendental nature of the infinite being of truth. Asti Bhati Priyam Rupam Nama Chet Amsha Panchakam. Everything in this universe has these 5 components. Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam. The first 3 is called Brahman. Jagat Rupam Tatodvayam. The name and form is called Jagat or the seen world. So Sat Chid Ananda is Brahma. The world is name and form, Mitya. Brahma, Satyam, Jagat, Mitya.